Welcome to War Thunder with Subdued. How y'all doing today? Well, I just got corrected by somebody in the chat of the War Thunder Live as to how to use the missiles on the Charles F. Adams, which raises another question. What moron designed that interface? The interface for the USS Douglas just places the missiles on the R button. The Charles F. Adams, you have to go to a secondary weapons list. Why? Why is that? That makes no sense whatsoever. What should happen is you lock onto a target, aerial or otherwise, and you have an R button, just like the Douglas. You press that, and if you're in the range or the firing arc of the missile launcher, the missiles go. If you're not within the range of the missile launcher, within the firing arc, they don't go. This is a farce. We already have a dedicated, you want to fire the gun, fire the gun. We already have you want to fire a torpedo, fire the torpedo. We already have you want to fire the missile, fire the missile. Why did they have to create a secondary weapons list where they hid this? It's absolutely stupid. And whichever dev designed this and said, good to go, was a moron and should be talked to. Talked to very stringently and with lots of Russian prerogative. Fix this. The missile launcher doesn't need to be in a secondary weapons list. It's a primary weapon for this class of ship. And yes, the RIM 24 can be fired at surface and air targets. And I don't know for sure, but let's test this. We're going to go into a little bit of a battle. Just a test drive.
Radio bridge. Starting on radio. Firing. Ahead. 2,000 meters.
Ocean, make condition 1.
Alright, got rid of the little annoying thing. We're going to try something a little bit different. Now, these RIM 24s have about a 10-kilometer range, supposedly.
Battleship. Contact bearing. 260. 10,000 meters.
And honestly, their range isn't the big thing, because all these maps are stupidly small. And if you've got enemy targets within those ranges, everyone can hit everyone. Even a 76 millimeter gun on a ship can reach out a pretty damn long range. A 5-inch 54, that's a 127 millimeter bore and 54 calibers, which is the length of the barrel. So that's, you figure it out. You do the math.
9,000 meters.
Or you do 5 inches times 54. Or 127 by times 54. And you will get the length of the gun. That gun shoots a long way. And it's a pretty high pressure gun compared to the 5-inch 38. Now, we're 17 kilometers from that target.
Engine, all stop. Light, rudder.
Light, hard rudder. Aye, aye.
All right. That's a good place to be.
Battleship. Contact bearing. 280. 9,000 meters.
40 seconds for these shells to get there. Now, again, this is a 5-inch 54. It's a very high-powered gun. 17 kilometers. We'll see if the shells reach that far. Yep, they can. Now, here comes the real trick. Those missiles should have hit. Well, let's try something a little bit closer.
Engines, all back.
Yep, it does appear you can use this for ground attack of land-based targets. And it looks pretty accurate, too. Now, I couldn't see at the 17-kilometer range, 18 kilometers, whatever you want to call it. But I could see that up closer. Modifications. The Rim 24 doesn't have a lot of penetration. And 30.8 kilograms of Torpex is a lot. That's a serious lot of boom. Now, the fuse is set to go off within 3 meters of the target. Great. They can also be set for contact, as in the case of attacking a ship or a land-based target. Let's say a pillbox, a bunker. If you can see it, you can shoot it. Oh, where is it again? There we go. Gotta go back to this. Range 14 kilometers. If the target is within 14 kilometers, you can shoot. And actually, if it's an aircraft and it's approaching, you can probably shoot at about 16 kilometers because it's going to take a while for the missile to get out there. And if the guy in the aircraft isn't paying attention, it's going to be all over for him but screaming. Gaijin needs to simplify the weapons chart. Having to go to Alt S to fire missiles on one ship and not having to do it on another is stupid. The Douglas has it right. It has one weapons listing. Charles F. Adams has it wrong by having two separate weapons listings. And again, you simplify it by just putting the R in the missile release list of the primary weapon system. This isn't a battleship. This isn't a ship that has 15 different weapon systems. At most, this will have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different weapon systems. Now you're probably going, 4? There's only 3. Yeah. Everyone seems to be missing that box launcher. That's an ASRock launcher. If you don't know what ASRock is, it's anti-submarine rocket launcher. What it does is it fires a Mark 44 or Mark 46 torpedo attached to a rocket booster. It flies out about, I'm going to give you a ballpark guess because I wasn't on surface ships, but a ballpark range of about 5 kilometers maximum. Because that rocket is only designed to boost the torpedo. It boosts it in a parabolic arc out to a target zone. They separate, the torpedo opens a parachute and comes down into the water, activates, and again, this is an acoustic homing torpedo, which it's not identified as in this game. It is just listed as torpedo, Mark 44. The Mark 44 was an acoustic torpedo. That means it looked for sound in the water. And it would change course to chase targets. So, we have rocket launcher or missile launcher, 5-inch 54s, torpedoes, torpedo tubes, and an ASROC launcher. 4 weapon systems. Guess what? We've got open slots to be able to add to the primary weapons system list. Whereas if you've got a battleship, you've got 16-inch guns or 14 or 13s, 12s, 5-inch 54s or 51s, 5-inch 51s, 5-inch 25s, those are AA guns, 5-inch 38s on the newer ships or the ones that were rebuilt, 40 millimeters, 20 millimeters, the Chicago piano or typewriter, Chicago typewriter, I forget, 1.1 inch guns. And 50 cal. I mean, there you need a secondary weapons manual or listing. You've got 8 different types of weapons. Now, some have, some don't. It will shift back and forth. But the Adams only has at most 4. And they're not even listing the machine guns. And yes, the ship did carry machine guns. And they practiced with them. You can actually find those types of videos on YouTube where you're seeing this video. Not on my channel, but you can find them. So, Gaijin, fix your shit. The weapons primary listing should include the RIM 24 launcher. It should not be on a separate list. Subdued. Out!